Nice Lady Kathy, a 50-year-old trauma surgeon at the city hospital, sat in front of her bedroom mirror, shedding crocodile tears and contemplating the situation. Just then, her husband, 55-year-old Norman, a dentist, after giving her a short speech, packed his things into a large bag and left the house. The love was gone. We've already lived together for almost 30 years, raised our children, educated them, married them. I want to live for myself. I fell in love, he said quietly. It was like an epiphany on me. I love her and I cannot do anything about it. Who is it? Who is she, the separator? Who is your beloved? Asked his wife, dumbfounded by what she had heard. Our new doctor. I've been seeing her for a month. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to cheat on the mother of my children. It's dishonorable. I thought I'd be honest with you. Is it that Chris? She's young, isn't she? She's not even 30. Yeah, she's 29. And she's in love with you? I can't believe you can fall in love with an old man, your father. Isn't she disgusted with you in bed? You stink of old age from a mile away. She's divorced and with a child. She needs you to help her raise her child. Katie said angrily. I'll take a few things for now. I'll file for divorce myself. You tell the kids and explain to them that this happens in life. The kids are adults. They'll understand. I don't think the kids will forgive you or understand. The husband hurriedly left the apartment, not wanting to listen to the reproaches of his wife. After crying for about an hour, the abandoned wife called her friends. As soon as they heard the news, they immediately rushed to comfort her, bringing with them 2 bottles of whiskey and fruit. What are you worried about, Katie? He's gone. Let him go. Let the other one make him happy and satisfy him in bed. We'll find you a young lover to live for yourself. You'll be a free bird. Let's think about what he gets when we divide the property. Or will he leave everything here, just leave with his things? We haven't discussed it yet. Just said that he would file for divorce himself, said the abandoned girl quietly. If he went to the young one, then she will demand that he divide the property, and that he will get more from his wife. Enough sadness. Enough sadness. We have to think everything through and start a new life. The friends were thinking of a new life for abandoned Katie. How they'd divide their property, their valuables, what kind of lawyer they'd hire. A year went by. Kathy returned home late one night. There was a city conference on her subject for her work profile. Opening the front door of the apartment with her key, she saw lights on in the hallway room and kitchen. Maybe one of the kids had come to visit. She thought, "Who is my guest? Who's home?" She said loudly and undressed and went into the kitchen. At the kitchen table sat her ex-husband, who had left a year ago for a new and young love. He was sitting in front of an open bottle of whiskey, drinking it and snacking on sliced sausage and bread. "What are you doing in my apartment? And how did you get here?" asked the surprised hostess. "It's not only your apartment, it's ours," the ex said quietly. "I still have the keys. I paid you money for your half of the apartment. Why did you come here?" "Did the young woman kick you out? Did she find someone else? She didn't need the old man?" Katie said angrily. "Why don't you say something? I'm not taking you back. I don't need you. I'm fine on my own. I've got a man for fun. You can get out of my apartment. You and I settled everything in court. You've been nothing to me for a long time. My children don't want to be with a traitor. Our children have grown up. You don't need them, and neither do I. So you found a young woman with a child, and now they're your family. Why are you sitting here? Get out of my apartment and out of my life. I haven't seen you in almost 6 months and I haven't missed you. I'm gonna change the locks so you won't be tempted to come into my apartment next time. Katie, I'm in grief. My Chris died today. She was hit by a car, Norman said quietly, poured the whiskey and drank it down. Kathy was silent, sat down at the kitchen table, poured the whiskey and drank. Long silence. How did it happen? The ex-wife asked in a hushed voice. I'm a widower now, and with a baby in my arms. Katie poured more whiskey and drank. Are you saying you're ready to come back to me? Yes, my daughter and I would love it if you'd forgive us and accept us. It would be hard for me alone with a child, quietly squeezed out of himself ex-husband. Accept you and someone else's child? This child is not even yours. The girl loves me and calls me daddy. I will not leave her. You're a daddy to her? Katie said angrily. No, I'm not taking you back, especially not with a baby. You're on your own. Whatever you want to do what you want to do. You insolent bastard. Her voice was already turning into a shout. He left me in his old age. He didn't need me. An old woman. He found a young and beautiful one. He exchanged his children for someone else's child, me for a young woman, and when he was in trouble, rushed to me, take him with a child, love him, be their nurse and servant. No way. Live, take care of the child. Live your life and forget about me. Go away, the offended woman shouted loudly. Katie, have you forgotten our happy years? Have you forgotten how you loved me, how I loved you? How happy we were for years? I have. I cut you out of my life. You betrayed me and our children. You're a traitor. I'll never forgive you. Go away. I never want to see you again. Norman left. The woman cried half the night. 2 months passed. Sunday afternoon, Kathy was driving in a cab, hurrying to a restaurant. There's a festive dinner with friends. At a stoplight, the car stopped. The woman saw her ex-husband and a girl walking down the alley and talking cheerfully. The child was laughing loudly, and the man gently held her hand. Happiness shone on their faces. "Daddy, Daddy," cried the girl. Katie's mood soured. Her life with this man had flashed before her eyes in seconds. She remembered the happy years of marriage. She envied in her heart the happiness of these two people, an elderly man and a little girl. With what love she looked at him, with what care he was near. "Stop here, wherever possible." "I'll get out," she said to the cab driver. "Katie?" The ex-husband was surprised to see his wife getting out of the car. "I was passing by and saw you." "Hello," said the little girl, holding out her little hand. Katie shook the child's hot little hand. "We were just walking with Daddy," said the girl. "Let's go to the cafe," Katie suggested. "The ice cream there is so delicious. I haven't had it for a long time." "You're invited." That made Norman so happy. "So, daughter, shall we go to the cafe with Kathy? Let's go, let's go." The girl was so excited. Kshti was embarrassed, but she tried to stay cheerful, even though this cute couple had made her emotional. Norman was encouraged. Kathy would understand him.